Ridley Scott is back, and so is the world of ancient Rome. The long-awaited sequel to Gladiator has finally hit the big screen, and it's a film that walks a delicate line between honoring its predecessor and carving out its own identity. Today, I'm diving deep into everything this movie has to offer, from its epic visuals to its complex characters, and whether it's worth your time. Let's start with the basics. Gladiator 2 is directed by Ridley Scott, just like the 2000 original.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
But this time, the screenplay comes from David Scarpa, the same writer behind Napoleon. The result? A movie that feels like it's both paying homage to the first Gladiator and exploring new ground. The story introduces us to Hano, played by Paul Mescal, a former Roman citizen now living peacefully in North Africa with his family. That peace is shattered when his home is attacked by Roman forces led by General Marcus Acacius, played by Pedro Pascal. Hano is captured, enslaved, and thrust into the brutal world of gladiatorial combat, where he comes under the watchful eye of portrayed by Denzel Washington. Rome itself is on the brink of collapse, its rulers, two young emperors played by Joseph Quinn and Fred Heckinger, struggling to maintain control. As Hano rises through the ranks of gladiators, his actions spark both hope and rebellion, catching the attention of Lucilla, played once again by Connie Nielsen. Her character draws poignant parallels between Hano and her former love, Maximus, the unforgettable hero of the original film.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius.
Now, if you're a fan of the first Gladiator, you'll find plenty of callbacks here, some subtle, others much more overt. Iconic lines from the original are echoed by the characters, and even etched into the walls of Rome. But this is where the movie struggles slightly. At times, it leans too heavily on nostalgia, which can make it feel less like its own story and more like an extension of the first film's shadow. Where Gladiator 2 truly excels is in its action. Ridley Scott once again proves he's a master of epic set pieces. From visceral gladiator fights to a breathtaking siege that mirrors the original movie's iconic opening, every scene is choreographed with precision and intensity. Advances in technology have elevated the scale and detail, making these moments even more immersive. The water-based battles in particular are a visual and technical marvel. Paul Mescal's performance as Hano is solid, though the script doesn't quite give him the depth we know he's capable of. He's tasked with embodying the stoic, vengeance-driven hero archetype, much like Russell Crowe's Maximus. While he does it well, there's a sense that his range is underutilized.
Lucius is the son of Lucilla.
The whole story is based on Lucius, the child, was sent away to protect him.
Never let them find you.
We see him dragged back into Rome, a prisoner.
Rome has taken everything from me, but I will have my vengeance.
Lucius fights as a gladiator for revenge and redemption.
I don't fight for power. I fight to free Rome from men like them.
Denzel Washington brings a dynamic presence to the role. He's given room to experiment, and his performance is captivating, even when his choices feel a bit unconventional. It's clear he's having fun with the role, and that energy translates on screen.
Macrinus is an ex-slave who did quite well, taking and intimidating.
He's a billionaire, and instead of having a stable of racehorses, he's got a stable of gladiators.
Violence is the universal language. He takes advantage of every situation.
You will be my instrument.
He's the puppet master. He wants to dominate and to manipulate.
Let the gods decide his fate.
Let the gods decide.
The power behind the throne is kept by any means necessary.
Pedro Pascal's Marcus Acacius is another standout, blending stoicism with unexpected complexity. His character adds layers to the story, and I couldn't help but wonder what the film might have looked like with him as the lead.
Acacius is the current general of Rome. He's a soldier trained by Maximus.
General Acacius.
There are victories yet still to come.
Rome has so many subjects. She must feed them.
He has been brutalized by the act of invading innocent territories.
I claim this city for the glory of Rome.
And there's a conscience there. He represents a moral voice within this Roman Empire.
I will not waste another generation of young men for their vanity.
General Acacius, he's a soldier, not a politician. He's one for action.
Ultimately, Gladiator 2 is a mixed bag. The action and technical craftsmanship are undeniably excellent, better even than the original in some ways. The performances are strong, but the story doesn't quite have the same focus or emotional weight as its predecessor. It's a movie that feels torn between being its own epic and living up to the legacy of the first film. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into the latest films.